So imagine if you died right now and you went to heaven, and the only things that you got in heaven were the things that you were grateful for on the last day that you lived on earth. What things would you actually have with you in heaven? I heard that quote the other day and it really just hit a button with me, and I was thinking, hey, I need to be grateful for more of the things in my life. One, because it makes you instantly rich. If you're feeling like you're in lack and you're feeling like you don't have enough, then the one thing that can just make you instantly wealthy and rich, not with money, because money is a temporary thing. A lot of us forget that we're going to pass on. We get too focused on building up money, investment properties, possessions, cars, houses, all that kind of stuff. But really what we're chasing is memories and emotion and love. Really what you're chasing at the end of the day is emotion. It's like a state of feeling, and you get that kind of thing by accumulating stuff or having achievements. But if you're actually smart, you can do it on the spot. One thing that gratitude also does for you is brings you into the present moment, which is what extreme sports does. It's what being intimate with someone does. Having a great conversation with someone does. It brings you into the present moment. We can accumulate all these things in life, but really the best feeling you're going to have throughout the whole time, in most cases, is that feeling just before you acquire what you're going to get. So if you want to buy that house, it's that feeling of like, now I'm really going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm nearly there. And you just feel so good. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me below. One thing that happens when you practice gratitude daily, I'll give you an example. I am now grateful for the sun beaming down on me that's giving me warmth. And it's providing essential nutrients to my body to function and be healthy, so I can make this video for you guys right now. There's certain chemicals in your brain. I'm just going to read some notes here. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. They are the key essential ingredients you need to feel happy and have a sense of well-being. Without these chemicals, you're in a dark place. Take 10 minutes out of your day or more if you can. If you truly want a better life, and just think about those things that you're grateful for. Could be even little things that you've completely forgotten about, like your skin. How often do you think about your skin and how it holds in all the blood in your body? Without it, you're just a pile of blood and meat and bones on the floor. You're gone. You're dead without it. There's so many little key things that you're dead without. Like, what about the weather? I think any weather where we're not dead, frying or freezing, is good weather. Yes, it can be windy. Yes, it can be cold. Yes, it can be too hot. If the sun or the earth moved away from each other the slightest bit, we'll freeze to death. Like, I don't know how long, but not long. Overseas, there's wars starting. It's all over the news. This should be a wake-up call for you to start being grateful for the things that you have. Maybe you are already grateful for the things that you have. I'm sure you are in a certain way. But if you want to become richer, feel better, if you actually want to feel better throughout the day, find yourself getting angry at traffic, getting angry at, idiot drivers on the road, or getting angry at what this person said about you, or getting angry at someone who commented on your thing, or getting annoyed because that person who you did a favor for hasn't paid you back, or get annoyed because this guy fucked you over. Why would you want to sit there and waste your days when you're living in such a beautiful world that has all these beautiful things in it? It's an attitude. It's so easy to go down and let your minds just go on autopilot down these rabbit holes of how it's unfair for you. I'm not trying to say that your situation is not good. I'm not trying to say that like what happened to you doesn't matter. Everything matters. But what I'm trying to say here is that the one thing you have control over in your life is your thoughts in your head. You can change your thought from thinking about the color red to the color green, to the color blue. You can stop yourself from thinking about negative stuff and start thinking about something positive, and it will completely change the composition and mood of your whole body. Why wouldn't you want more of the feel good chemical? Some people need to chase possession things to actually feel that. I'm definitely guilty of that, and I'm still doing that today. It does feel good. I'm not saying it's not good to chase materialistic things. But if you just want an instant relief, just to feel good, release some good chemicals in your body, close your eyes 10 minutes and just start thinking about all the people that you might love in your life. Yeah, they might frustrate you because they're around you all the time. Maybe you're just used to them being there. But let me just tell you the reality of the world. Things can be taken away in a split second. Things happen. The sad thing is, things will be taken away from you. It's just a matter of time. Cherish these moments that you have your children with you. Cherish the moments if you still have your mum and dad with you. Cherish that. Call them. Even though there might be things that have happened in the past that you're annoyed about or you think is unfair, put it aside and just be grateful for what we have. Nothing is ever going to be fair in this life. You can sit there and feel like, so sorry for yourself about all this stuff, but it's not going to give you a better life at all. And you can change that today by just stopping the negative thinking or limiting the negative thinking. It's a part of life. Without good, without the bad, there is no contrast to the good anyway. So you kind of need to have good and bad together. But if you're just feeling like overwhelmed or even feeling down and depressed, or you feel like you're not worth enough, or you feel like you can't do something, or you feel like it's so hard to get a job, so hard to build a business, so hard to build a career, one of the things that's going to move you into a different frequency, it's going to move you into a different emotion, a different mood, is being grateful. People can feel your energy when you walk into the room. And if you're holding a lot of negative energy in you because you've been looping on it for years and years and years, people feel that. We are more telepathic than you think, which means that you can feel someone's energy. You might just meet someone and you just kind of feel off about it. It's because your frequencies don't match. Maybe you're missing opportunities because you're just in a wrong mind state. These things that you want in your life that you even, maybe you don't even think that they're possible. They are so possible, but you have to imagine it being real. Do you ever sit there and just fantasize about the perfect future? Do you know how healthy it is to do that? When you're a kid, you imagine all these crazy things, and as you become an adult, you forget and you get put into the workforce and you get put into bills and stress and dramas and accumulating stuff and problems with cars and all that stuff. And we forget to sit around and imagine the future. If you're 25 years old, 35 years old, 40, 50, 60, there is still so much time for you. Spend the rest of your life in a positive way and make the most of it. If your mind is one of the only things you can control in this life, why wouldn't you want to steer it in a way that brings you a more positive future or present? Think about only thoughts that benefit your future desired reality. What is your future desired reality, by the way? Do you even have a plan? Do you have a set flag of where you're heading? Like a north arrow. Where am I going? What do I want? What kind of experiences do I want to have in life? And then you can reverse engineer what you need to do. Do you need to realize the opportunities that are around you? Maybe you just need a word of encouragement. And I'm telling you right now that you can do it. You have it in you to do anything that your mind can conceive. Why would you self sabotage yourself and tell yourself you're not good enough, you can't do it? When you were born, you didn't know anything. You didn't know how to talk. You didn't know how to go to the toilet. You didn't really know how to eat properly. These are things that you learn over time. And just because you're older now, it doesn't mean that you can't learn new things. It's so healthy to get out of your comfort zone and try new things. Things are a lot easier than you think. The reason why it's so hard is because you're telling yourself it's hard. Make sure you're choosing the right decisions. And if what I need you to do is sit down on your bed, close your eyes, and start thinking about what are three main things that I'm doing right now that is destroying my life, that is guiding me away from being my best version. What are things that you're doing? And they'll come up and you're gonna want to know the answer. Are you smoking too much? Are you overeating? Are you over thinking certain things. If you know what you want and where you want to go, and the lifestyle you want to have, and the relationships you want to have, and the experiences you want to have, then just say no to everything that's not that. It's quite simple. One of the biggest issues these days is mental health, and it's so important to create good habits from when you're younger. One of the mistakes I made, which I don't think was ever explained to me by someone, I mean, my parents did the very best job they could, and I'm so grateful for them. But one of the things that I used to think when I was younger, I'm 38 now, is I used to think, oh, I've got all the time in the world. Oh, I'm 25, I'll just do this, I'll just go out drinking, clubbing, and it's fine. There's a time and place for all that stuff. But I used to just tell myself, oh, one day I'm going to just, do it. I've got plenty of time. When I'm 30, I'll do it. When I'm 35, yeah, I'll get it going. But what we don't understand is that we create habits and neural pathways, which is like your brain is full of circuits that are, it's like a literal wires that are in your brain that have all the habits and skills and stuff that you know how to do. Like if you know how to make a coffee in the morning, like that neural pathway is there. And every time you make another coffee, it gets a little bit stronger. It literally wraps itself in myelin, it's called. I'm not a brain scientist, but every time you do something, that pathway in your brain just gets it gets stronger, more solidified. The first time you ever go to the gym, for example, and you try and do a workout of some kind, it might feel a little bit awkward. It's the first time you're doing it, but you're firing off new neural pathways. And every time you go back, you feel a little bit more comfortable. You get a little bit more thing. Maybe you improve your technique. You get better and better as you go. The habits that you create when you're younger, they're kind of stuck there. It's like an autopilot thing. 95% of what you are doing today is what you did yesterday. And hopefully clicking on this video is making you realize and step out of yourself and realize that this is happening. And if you're a younger person, make sure that you are heading towards the place that you want to go and have a set plan of where you want to go for the future. That plan can change, and it will change 100%. It can evolve. Things can happen faster than you think if you get moving and you cut the distractions out. So many distractions. Are you being proactive in your life, or are you just reacting to what's happening? It's a difference between successful people and people who don't really achieve their goals and dreams. The ones who don't really achieve their goals and dreams are just reacting to everything. A mate will call and say, hey, do you want to come over and play Xbox? And you just go. And then, oh, let's get some drinks, and you're doing that. And yeah, that might be fun. But if you've got something bigger inside you, you need to get it done. You'll carry yourself a little bit taller. You'll be that inspiration for your family and friends around you to say, hey, that guy did what he wanted to. Be that person in your family. G'day, mate. A little fly landed on me. You wanted to listen to the talk. Be the person that is an inspiration to those around you. Those things that you probably want, they're hard to get, and that's what makes them so desirable. Anything that's easy, not many people desire. You see certain cars, when they're brand new, they come out and they look so cool. It's like, oh, what car's that? It looks so cool. But then you start seeing 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. Before you know it, there's hundreds of them on the road, and that's just a normal car now. So anything that's really worth going for is going to be hard. It's going to feel hard in the moment, but really what you should aim for is consistency. If you can just get 1% better or 1% towards your desired reality every single year, by the time you're 80, you're 80% improved. Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to the person that you were yesterday. It's you versus you. You need to move closer towards that North Star, that plan that you have every single day, just a tiny little bit, even 0.5%, even less than that. If you think about the ultimate version of your life, like you want it to improve every day. If you knew that tomorrow is going to be a little bit better than today, it's never going to run like that. But it's what you aim for. Consistency. If you want to get healthy, and this is something that I struggled with for so many years, it was always off and on. You just have to make a small habit. Don't put too much emphasis on it. Just know that you have to do it and get up and go. Don't think about it. Don't go over it. Don't plan for it. Don't just prioritize it and just do it. And then before you know it, you're doing it every day without even thinking. Just like the habits that you have right now. The way you make your coffee in the morning, like it's just going to be the same. Maybe now instead you go for a little walk. You go around the block. You go around the block for a 10-minute walk, and maybe you really care what people think. You need to drop that. You need to stop giving a shit what people think, because people are always going to judge you no matter what. And we need social circles around us. I think if you judge yourself a lot and you have your own insecurities, you actually project them out to other people, and people are more, they notice it more. I lost my hair when I was 20, and I would wear a hat all the time. And so many people, my friends, girls, would say to me, "Why do you wear a hat all the time? Are you bald?" And I used to be like, trying to hide it. I was ashamed of it. My friends used to tease, other kids that were going bald. And I used to just wear hats everywhere. Tried to grow it out. It looked horrible. And then one day, I started listening to Owen Cook online. And who's like a dating coach, a guy who teaches men how to talk to women and just basically teaches men how to be their best version of themselves. And that's what you should be striving for. Feature your insecurities. If you got something you hate about yourself, make jokes about it. Make it funny. Feature it. If you're overweight and people see you going for walks every day, they're going to respect you more than you hiding in your house. I mean, they see you come out, you hide, you run back in and hide. And things happen quickly. When you're on that upward spiral and you start doing the walk, or you start just eating a bit better, and you start like working on that business that you always wanted, and you push through, and you don't quit, and you don't give up, you become proud of yourself, and it helps you sleep better. You don't want to get to the end of your life and and you haven't been grateful for all these beautiful things you have, and you slowly lose people as time goes on. The sad reality is that it's either you're going to die or the people around you are going to die one by one. And unfortunately, moving forward in this life, whether you like it or not, you're going to be getting random phone calls that this guy passed away, this person passed away. If you still have your mum and dad, eventually them, your grandparents, hopefully, God forbid, your children. Things happen. Appreciate the good times while they're here. Focus on the positive stuff. Why are you focusing on negative stuff too much? And if you're still listening right now, then you know that you can improve. And this is the sign that today is the day that you are going to start being more grateful and being more positive, because you want a better future for yourself. It's important. And if you don't have any friends, you're going to have to do it alone. No one's coming to save you. So many times in my life, I want someone to be here doing business ideas and training with someone and having a partner and just someone to talk to and hang out. No one's here. I'm here by myself. I've set up my camera in my backyard to do this video to hopefully spread some positivity in the world and be that person of support for those people who need it, who are at home, who have clicked on this video randomly. Let me know if this has helped you in the comments below. Gratitude increases your vibrational frequency. I believe that you attract what you are. If you want to attract happy people, you need to be happy. If you want to attract wealth and money, you need to be in abundance. You can't be thinking in lack. There is so much money in the world. There's more money than you can even think of. Billions of dollars a day are being transacted and moved between accounts. And people buying houses and people buying jewelry and watches and cars and all this stuff. It's getting moved. If you got paid $1 million today, no one would even blink. Maybe the taxman would be like, "Hey, what's going on here?" But you could make $1 million today. Maybe you already are. Good for you if you are. Money's not everything. But you need to think that that's a possibility for you. And if you don't, then you won't see the opportunities to make it happen. There's some people in the world making $1 million a day. My dad used to say to me, "Oh, no one makes $500 an hour." Why would you say something like that? People make $100,000 an hour. It's just an equation. How many people are you helping and how much are you helping them? It's an equation. How much help times how many people equals what's the deal? How much are you getting paid? If I help a commercial real estate companies sell a $30 million property that they've been hanging on to for ages because they can't find a buyer. And I go there and I make an epic video on the property, and I use AI to do a voiceover and talk about all these features that they forgot to put in the ad. And then I send it to a different country, or I boost it worldwide, and an international investor sees it because they want to open up a meat factory in Australia, and they end up buying for $30 million. That could generate a $100,000 commission in a day if I hit the right person. It's all about connecting the right things together. If you have an idea or a skill set that you've had for many, many years and you know it can help a lot of people, like, why aren't you doing it? It's actually selfish if you don't do it. Stop just thinking about yourself and what's in it for you. If you want true wealth, you need to think about what does the world need. And this is where Steve Jobs and these massive companies like Apple have made so much money, is because they've put all this time and dedication into one thing to make things more efficient, to make people, like, think about the iPhone. How many people carry cameras in their pocket and they can just take photos at any event, any occasion, all these memories of their children, contact their children, see where their children are, play games, download apps, make social media content. Like, the value in it is crazy. No wonder they get so much money. They're helping people improve their lives. What can you do to help improve other people's lives? Ask yourself the question, what have you worked on for many, many years that you've gone so deep on that you had this random idea that, hey, this could work, or this is better? Don't just copy what other people do. Be unique. The world needs you. Every day you have another breath of air in your lungs when you wake up in the morning is a blessing, and you should be grateful for that. And ask yourself, what can I do to serve God, to serve the universe, whatever you want to call it. The universe and God gives you another day for other people, not for you. Do you really think that you exist here for you and your selfish little pleasures? No. You are here for other people. What can you do for other people? Can you give them love? Can you give them a word of encouragement? Can you give them someone to talk to make them feel better, to feel like they have support? Can you give them a business idea? And if you've got young kids around you, or even adults, a word of encouragement. If you see someone who's good at something, or you know that they're going somewhere, or you can see a future for them, tell them. Reinforce the positive things. Do you know how much that helped me when I was younger? Like, I used to love to paint and draw when I was younger. And my art teachers would always say, oh, George, you're so good. One day you're going to have exhibitions and sell paintings for money. We're going to come. Even my parents would say. And now I just carry myself like, oh, I can do anything. If a kid's good at sport, like, tell them. Tell them, oh my God, you're so good. You're going to be a superstar. You're going to play for this team. Embed positive things in people's minds, because if you can't see it in your mind, there's a lower chance it can happen in reality. So think about what your most desired reality is, with no limitations. What could you do if you could not fail? Like, what would you actually do if you knew it wouldn't fail? A lot of people can't answer that question, because you're not sitting there thinking about, like, what do you actually want, because you don't know if it's possible. Maybe you just want your family to be around you. Maybe you want a certain car. Maybe you want to drive an old school muscle car. Maybe you want to build a business that helps people, or feel more beautiful, or a beauty salon bar, whatever. What is it? No limitations, no bubble. Do you want to go into space and live on a different planet? What is your desired reality? And you are creating your reality every single day, every second, from the thoughts you put in your head. So if you don't have a desired reality, one, you need to figure out what that is, because otherwise you're just being reactive. You're just reacting to everyone's bullshit. You're reacting to all this news and social media and videos and other people, looking cool, and now you want to be like them. That's not going to be a happy life, because there's always something you can add on top of that. I believe the most happy life that you can live is one that is your creation fully, without the influence of anyone else around you. To be a good role model, to be a good example, to show people that, hey, you can do it even without any friends. You can achieve your goals because you're locked in and focused on where you know you want to go and what's important in life. And with these wars coming, we could have World War III coming right now. Who knows how many days we got left? If they start a nuclear war, the whole world is gone. Once one of the bombs goes off, it changes the whole temperature of the whole world. You could literally have a year left. Are you going to get it done now? Are you going to do it now? Or are you just going to die with regret? Do you really want to be laying there dying and thinking, oh my God, I really should have done that thing. It wasn't that hard. I was just lazy. No. Maybe it all just means nothing. There's always two sides to the story. Maybe you completely disagree with what I'm saying. If you're happy with your current reality, you're probably not listening anymore. But if you're not, and this is encouraging you, then I thank you for watching this far. You're obviously showing that you're dedicated, and you know that you need to do something within this section of your life. And I hope that I'm a positive force to help you in that direction. I've had many videos I've watched before, and I listen to them on repeat all day long as I'm walking around. People just being encouraging, and we need more other people to make videos like this to encourage the young people, the older people around us. Because sometimes we lose motivation. There's so many selfish people in this world, and there's so many great people as well. Try to be the best version you can to hopefully inspire and create more people doing the same kind of thing, because that creates a more positive future for the whole world. If you want to change the world, change yourself first. What you do ripple effects out to other people more than you think. If you're in a family and you know that everyone's being unhealthy, and you're the one who just starts that health journey in a positive way, and you become an example to those around you, don't you think that's going to encourage them to think, oh, hey, if he can do it, I can too? Be the leader, be the example, be the way, be the way, be the first person in your family to make a crap ton of money and realize that you don't have to live in poverty anymore. If that's what your mind and your imagination wants, why wouldn't you go for that? You can do it. You just have to believe you can do it. You commit to doing it, and then you figure it out, and you don't stop until it's done. And even when it's done, you keep going. If you're drinking too much alcohol, and you know you are, you're the judge of your own self. You've got that inner intuition inside you. I can't tell you what you're doing right or wrong. You know inside you what it is. And this video is here to show you and be an example of what you need to improve. And you can do it. And you're going to have to do it alone. No one's going to come and save you. You don't have a friend that's just going to rock up every day and be like, oh, okay, George, hop out of bed. We're going to the gym now. Hop out of bed. We're doing this now. We're going to make this video now. We're going to build this business now. We're going to call this client now. We're going to call up this company and see if they want this. No one's going to do it. I've tried. I've tried with so many people. No one is going to save you. You are on your own no matter what. And you'll find people along the way that are meant to be. Even on your health journey. You might feel like there's people around you not doing it. You have to just get up and do it. And then hopefully you meet some people along the way. But be grateful. Be grateful for those things that you have. Realize the opportunities that you have right now. I mean, the internet could turn off. And then you can't even watch this. I can't even make this video and hit any people. That's not good. Because then I have to meet people one by one. But this way it's super efficient. You can make efficient videos online and post them for free. They can force out some positive encouragement just like this right now. That hopefully impacts thousands of people. Who knows how many views this video will get? I have no idea. Some of my other videos have only got 23 views. Some of them have got over 150,000. But I'm going to make it. I'm just going to keep making them. I don't care if they get 3 views. If one person sees it and it helps them, job done. This is for you directly. I'm making this for you directly. Because you can do it. You are going to do it. Stop trying to do it and make a decision that you are going to do it no matter what. You're not trying to get healthy. You're not trying to build more money. You're not trying to get a girlfriend. You are going to do it. It's a decision. A choice, oh, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do that. A decision is different. Decide. Figure out what your desired reality, what your desired life is. Write it down. You can change over time. You can add things on. Make sure you're saying no to everything that's not that. It's going to be hard at times, but that's how you get stronger. You go through the hard things. If you need to diet and you're getting hungry and you're so hungry, guess what? That means it's working. That means you're doing what you need to do. If you go into the gym and it hurts, that means that you're getting results. If you're sick of your job, start a side hustle. Get some money on the side. There's a million opportunities online now to make money. You can even walk around, knock on doors and mow lawns. You can collect scrap metal and take it to metal yards where they'll pay you money for it. You can start an online community with anything you want these days and sell a product. You can help other people sell other products. I mean, if you find homes to sell for real estate agents, they'll pay you a commission. If you know someone who wants to sell, go to a real estate agent and say, hey, I've got a home. This person wants to sell. What commission do you pay? They'll give you $1,000 or whatever. There's ways to make money outside of working for someone. Because you're too lazy to set up your own system, now you have to work for someone else. Maybe you don't want to do that. That's fine. You don't have to. But I'm just saying that there's opportunities. There's things you can do to improve your situation. Why are you just taking the easy road out? Don't look at what those around you are doing. Focus on what your intuition's telling you. What are you getting excited about? Like, think about what, if you could do something next, what's the most exciting thing that you could do? What is it? Fantasize about it. Is it getting two hot women into your bed? Is it driving some crazy massive engine V8 car and frying the tires? Is that it? Whatever it is, that is an indication of where you need to go, or where you need to move to, what you need to work towards, and it can be a reality if you think it can. If you look at all these people who have done massive things in the world. A lot of people laughed at them and thought, "Oh yeah, light bulb, haha, radio transmissions. You can't do that. Tape recorder, you know, this wireless microphone sending audio straight to my camera, wirelessly through the air." One day someone was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make this wireless fucking transfer sound from here to there." Most people would have been like, "You're an idiot," and then he did it, and it's like, "Oh, okay, that's normal now." So you might have this idea that sounds completely out there and bizarre, but like if you actually want to do it, you can do it. Many people have proved it. You are writing history right now. One day, this day and age is going to be the olden days. In the future, this is going to be looked back upon. 2024, we're filming this video. We're in the 20s. Do you remember the 1920s? That's the olden days. Guess what? In 24, 2020 is going to be the olden days. Oh, that's back in 2020. Black and white TV. No. Like, oh, that's when they had internet. That's when they had this. Like, it's going to change. Who knows if the world will even be here. Just make the most of what you got. I'm sure if you're a human, you want to have positive feelings in your life. Maybe you love negativity. Maybe you're so addicted to it that you just need it. And if that's what you want, then just do that. But if you're done with it and you want some positivity, you want better opportunities, you want better friendships, and you want to attract better things into your life, like a better partner or more respect, then you need to respect yourself more. You need to be more positive yourself. How are you going to attract positivity if you're not being that? How are you going to attract money if you're not being a source of value? How can you be a source of value for the world? Like, what have you got to offer? What can you give to the world? And this is a good way to put it, is if you're asking, this is Wayne Dyer quote, who's a famous spiritual teacher, he says, if your energy to the world is give me, like what can I take? What do I want next? Like I want this car, I want this house, I want this. Then the universe is going to have that exact question back to you. Like, what can you give to me? Give me, give. So the universe and life will just take from you. But if you hold yourself and wake up in the morning and ask yourself, how can I give? How can I serve? What am I here to do in my life? What am I here to do? What can I offer? What skills has the universe given me? What passions has the universe given me to dive into that I can help the world be a better place? And how can I help other people live a beautiful life from the experiences and learnings that I've had? And that's why I'm making this video, because it's a calling. I love motivational speaking. I want to be a force of gravity, I want to be a force of positiveness. I'm getting a phone call. I have to call him back. I want to be a force of positiveness in the world. I want to make sure that as many people around me are living their best life. For many, many, many years, I was not living my best life. Even now, I'm not living my best life, but I'm trying. I'm going for it. I'm giving it a go. There's many things in my life I can sit here and stress over and be annoyed about. But why would I do that when I have a beautiful sun shining down on me? I've still got my mum and my dad. I've got beautiful children. I've got 6 beautiful children. I've got a car, multiple cars, a house. What more do I need? If everything was taken away from you and you're just given the basics back, you would just be so grateful. It's like when your car breaks down. Like you're driving along, you're all good, and then your car breaks down and you don't have money to fix it for like 2 or 3 months. You don't have a car, and it's like you're catching the bus and all this, and then all of a sudden, you know, you get your car's fixed. You get your car fixed, and you feel so good about it. You're back in your car. But guess what? It's exactly the same situation as before. But what happened was you lost it, and then you got it back. Can you imagine if you lost your child, God forbid, and you thought they were gone? You would just be so devastated. But then if you got them back because they were just resuscitated or come back to life, oh, you'd feel so grateful for them. You'd be like, oh my God. One of my friends the other day, he nearly lost his daughter. Like she was on a breathing machine in intensive care after something went wrong in the operating theatre. And she came good afterwards. Now he's posting photos of her on his social media every day, saying, oh, she showed me this trick with a lollipop. And what. I'm not saying he wasn't grateful for her before that, but it makes you a lot more grateful when you lose something and you get it back. So realize what you have, Realize what you've got. Don't take it for granted. And that's it. That's all I can say. There's nothing else to do. I hope you have a good life. Be the best version you can. Stay in control of your brain. Stay in control of your thoughts. Only choose thoughts that push you to a more positive future and your desired reality in life. And what is that? You need to figure that out. And if you haven't figured that out or you don't know what it is, to just make up something. If you're around toxic people and toxic energy, sometimes you got to move away from that. I was in a toxic environment for many years and I moved away from it, and then my whole life changed. I just felt so much better. If you're around negativity and people yelling and people making it issues all the time, then how are you? You're just mirroring that energy. Do you need to go get a room on your own? Do you need to move out into a share house? Do you need to just put noise cancellation headphones on and just tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to let anyone's energy affect me right now, and go into your own world? You are the creator of your own world. But the external influences are going to make it so much harder on you if you're in the wrong place. So I'm suggesting, if you know that where you are is not right for you and it's a negative place and you don't want to be in a negative place, you need to move out ASAP. And if you're doing it to save money, then let me tell you something, it's costing you more money than you think. Because money comes from you being able to provide value for other people, like I said before. And if you're not in a positive state or being your best version, then how are you going to provide the best version of value for the world in that space? You can't do it. You need to get out of there. I had to move out of where I was many years ago and multiple times. And I moved out into a share house. I had no idea what it was going to be like, but I had my own room. I moved in with 3 people. I had no idea. And we become long-term friends. And I had the best time ever. You can move out, and if it's not for you and it doesn't feel right, move again. There's many share people renting rooms out. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe if you love this. Let me know what you got out of it in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Love you all and have an amazing rest of the day.